refreshing. Thai milk tea. I'm starting to get hooked on these things, guys. I think I love this more than coffee now. And I thought I'd never say that in a million years. But these are good. So for those, we're waiting for people to come in on the live stream, but if you're watching this, afterwards, if you're new, welcome. My name is Tammy. I'm an expat from Orlando, Florida, USA. And I live in Phnom Penh, Cambodia right now. As of November, I've been here 11 months, so it's almost going on a year, which is fabulous. I love it here. And for my regular guests that, subscribe to the channel, hello and welcome back. It's really nice to have you aboard. I'm going to spark up a really cool conversation today. If you caught the title, you know that I did a little shopping today. Why? Because I needed some stuff, okay? When you're living overseas, it's not all about just jumping on a tour bus and checking the sights out. It's actually about living out here. Like, you gotta find everyday necessities, like, I don't know, a bar of soap, right? Or a pack of razors, right? And then, of course, you get hungry and you get thirsty and you're like, well, shit, where can I get everything in one place? Well, the best place to go is the mall. I mean, I did that back in Florida. They have malls here too, guys, in Cambodia. So this is one of the really good ones. They have what's called the Aeon Mall. They spell it A-E-O-N. And I'm located at the one in the northern side of Phnom Penh. And I mean, they've got like 3 of them. They're scattered all throughout the city. This is one of 3. They're sort of all set up the same. And then again, they're all slightly different. It's really, depends on the shops and everything, I guess, like with any other mall. But you can get some really good deals out here, guys. Like, you can get some really damn good deals. Like, I was thinking I wanted to get a natural bar of soap, right? I wanted something all natural, and I was thinking, okay, I'm probably going to have to go to a specialty, like Bed Bath & Beyond, or what do you call those bath kind of soap shops, and I'm probably going to have to spend about up to $6 for a soap for something that's 100% natural. Well, this isn't exactly 100% natural, but this is 100% aloe vera and olive oil extracts, and it's made by Palmolive. I kid you not, and I brought the receipts, guys, but this bar of soap is only 80 cents out here. You heard me, 80 cents. Okay, this is a good brand too. I see some people coming in. Thank you for coming in. Hello, son. Hello. Yeah, it is going to be on a mobile small screen, of course. And then, of course, the razors. I mean, you can't do without razors, right? I like the 3 thing. What is it? The 3 blade? I can't even think of it right now. But it's literally only $1.90 for a 3-pack. That's pretty good too. And like I said, as far as the tea, this iced milk tea, Thai tea, that's why it's red. It's red Thai tea. Flipping good, man, flipping good. They mix it with like a condensed sweet milk, so it's really excellent. This was only, what did I pay for this? $1.75, guys, for this big ass drink. $1.75. So if you add all of the stuff together that I just gave you, it's literally under $5. Like, it's only $4.45 for all these items together. You new here? Hi, Sammy. Well, welcome. Yes, okay, so thank you so much. I see people coming in. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Jay. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Good morning, good morning. I'll tell you what. Well, it's actually afternoon where I'm at. It's currently 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Cambodia time. But let me show you a little bit where I'm at the mall. This is a triple-decker mall, and we're gonna go ahead and turn the camera around so you can get a look at it. Now, as you can see, the food court is upstairs, right? I'm on the second floor, and I'm at a shop right now called Amazon Cafe. And then, of course, you can see there are there's other expats running around here. And then you got the first floor. Yeah, it's pretty modern. It's a pretty modern little place. I like it. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, people still go to malls. People still go to malls, MP, including me, especially out in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, where it's pretty inexpensive. So yeah, the answer to that is yes, absolutely. Am I in an airport vault? No, I'm not. I'm actually in a regular mall in Cambodia. It sounds like a mall, or it sounds like an airport, doesn't it? Because you're the voice in the background. There's some lady talking over the intercom. But no, I'm actually in a mall. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, let me show you the receipts so you don't think I'm bluffing you. But like I said, well, this tea from Amazon Cafe, it's a well-known coffee shop kind of brand, but they sell teas. Look at that, guys. $1.75. You see that? Whoa. And then I bought this bar soap, 100% natural extracts, Palmolive, which is a good brand. And I got these razors. Look at the total for that. $2.70. You see that? See? The razors were... No, wait a minute. The soap was 80 cents, and the razors were $1.90. $2.70. So all of this together, when you add this stuff up, $2.70, $1.75, $4.45 is all I spent. And that ain't all, guys. I went and had lunch too. Now that's separate from this, but in the food court, in the mall, well, actually, it wasn't the food court. There is a separate food court. You can go ahead and get like olive stuff. But this was on the third floor I just showed you, where they have individual little cafes and restaurants. I found a cheapy noodle kind of place where they sell they mix meat and noodles together. It's like a dry soup. It's hard to explain. It doesn't have the liquid. So it's just the noodles and like a variety of chopped meat, and they throw in some like herbs and like some lettuce and stuff. That was only 5 cents. I'm gonna show you the receipt for that. Watch this. See that? My shadow's in the way. $3.70. Well, was that 76 cents? 75 cents. $3.75. That's the American. This is their money. As you can see the difference. They go by reals, which is 15,400. This is USD, $3.75. But yeah, lunch with the items that I bought. Good Lord, that's literally. That's not even $10. Like that's incredible. That's incredible. Anyway, I'll show you the view while I catch up on some stuff here. But yeah, we are at the mall. Okay, let me go back. My Monday is going quite well. Thank you, Peekaboo. Te vemos. Yeah, shout out to Cambodia. Jeffrey, is there a Sparrows? No, there isn't. A Subway? No, not in this mall. There's no Subway. Sorry. Yeah, Vincent, it is cheap. Well, Jeffrey, there's no Dollar Tree in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. That's where I'm located. I'm not in the United States, guys. I'm in Cambodia. And this is considered expensive, okay? But as you can see, you can get away super cheap. This store over here, it says Daisy Japan. It's like a dollar store. It says, I don't know if you can read that sign that's right there, but always $1.90. Everything in that store is under $2. Now, grant you, it's not a dollar store, but it is a $2 store. So yeah. Thanks, Shane. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. So yeah, we've got all kinds of things. You can even come in here. Check this out. See that? See this lady right here? These here are massage chairs. You can jump on there and rent by the minute or the hour and just go ahead and lean back and get yourself a massage right here at the mall. Isn't that wild? But yeah, they got buffets up there and everything. I mentioned herbs a few minutes ago. Oh yeah, herbs? No problem. Like you can go to the grocery store. I probably not a giant bag of herbs, but a big thing. Fresh cut basil, maybe the bag's about this big. It's literally maybe anywhere from 11 to 15 cents a bag. And depending on what type of herbs you want, like you can buy a bag of rosemary, fresh cut rosemary herbs at the store. You might spend 30 cents a bag. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's really a good price. Yes, salute, hola, Farid. Farid, did I pronounce that right? I hope I did. Jeffrey, yes, they take American money and they dual currency country. This is a dual currency country and they take their money, which is called reals. So you can give them either one. Now, me personally, I pay my rent and my utility bills to my landlady in cash in USD because I mean they're bigger bills, so I can just give her that. And as far as like eating out or getting small things like the stuff I got here, I usually just use their money, reals. So I make 2 transactions out of the ATM, and then I just use their own money out here. So it's a lot easier for them. I mean, you know, they're used to doing both, but I just think there's more of their money floating around than there's more of USD, even though you can get away with it. So it's no big deal. Hey, Wally. Wally World's in the house. You got here Thursday night? Okay, well that sounds good. Yeah, definitely reach out. You probably know my email address, but you know, if you don't, I'll drop it right now, and that's for anybody. It's free to message me if you have any questions about Cambodia. I'd be glad to help you. And my email, if you want to jot this down, is my name, Tammy, Tami, at nextstepunknown.com. You can reach out to me anytime. I'd be happy to help you out. I don't speak Spanish. I mean, Farid, I know, like, how do you say little bit of Spanish? Poco Espanol or Espanol poco? That's all I got, bro. Mr. B, even though things are cheap out here and I'm on a very tight budget, but the money that I am requesting through donation is actually going to my eye surgery. I am half vision in this eye right now, and it's something I've got to get done right away, and it is quite expensive. And that is why I am requesting donations to help with that. Because believe me, if I had all of that stashed away, I wouldn't be asking. But this is something that's necessary for me to get done. So, because, yeah, I mean, that's really all I can explain. If you don't really know the whole backstory, if you guys are new, my last week's video I put out will explain the whole situation. So, feel free to, you don't even have to subscribe. You could just jump back into my playlist and look at my last video, and that would explain the whole situation. So that's what that's all about. No Mary, well, I don't know about the Mary Jane out here, okay? I know it's illegal. I don't mess with it. I know there's expats out here that probably get it on the black market. I'm sure there's ways to do it because it's not exactly where I'm from Florida. It ain't exactly legal out there, but people get it anyway. So, I mean, it's probably the same thing out here, but I don't mess with it, so I can't really tell you anything about that. I don't mess with that, man. Like, I ain't trying to put myself in a Cambodian jail, you know what I mean? Or get kicked out of the country. Trisha, hi, welcome in. How's the job pay? Well, I mean, if you're an expat, your job pay is going to be better out here than it is if you're an actual local. Because, I mean, let's face it, especially if you're going to 4 times more than they will pay a local. I don't really think it's fair, but it is what it is. I mean, they're paying for because you're a Westerner and they want you out here to teach. But depending on credentials, the pay range could be anything. I mean, anything. For me, like when I first came out here, all I had, well, I do have a 4-year college degree. But I've never taught in a classroom in my life. I'm not a teacher, okay? I have no experience whatsoever. But I did get a teaching certificate online called a TEFL, which is abbreviated for Teaching English as a Foreign Language, I guess. It's a 120-hour course. So I did that before I left the United States. Came here, went through like a teaching on-the-job program. Like I paid for that through AVSE. Really, it was like a 1-week crash course. You go into a classroom for real. They don't even train you. Like they literally just like, here's the lesson plan. Here's the schools we want you to go to. Go get your practice. You pretty much are on your own. And then they critique you on your style, like how you're teaching in front of the class. Are you loud enough so the kids can hear you? Do you speak slow enough so they can understand you? That's it. And like I did that, and then you get hired. I mean, it's crazy. So it's not like you need years and years and years of teaching experience to get a job out here. But if you do have teaching experience, you got a degree, you got teaching experience, and you've got your teaching certificate, Lord have mercy, you can command some pay out here. Like you can become a professor in one of their international schools. I don't know what the pay range is, but I know it's a hell of a lot better than what I was getting. I was getting like $1,300 a month. I didn't stay long because I was teaching kindergarten kids, and it really wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, honestly, I'm not cut out to be a teacher. I gave it a shot. I thought I'd try it, but it wasn't for me. But my thing was $1,300 a month with no experience. But I heard if you have the experience and you're a professor, like let's say you specialize in science, okay? Specialty ones really pay. Let's say you know math or you know science other than teaching English. Damn, you could probably score about $3,000 to $4,000 a month, and that is like the top payout here. Now, it doesn't seem like much when you're living in the States, because rent can be $3,000 a month, right? Depending on where you're at. But here, you'd be living like top dog out here, like literally all in, and still have money left over. to save and invest. But yeah, sorry, I was just like rambling on, but I definitely wanted to let you know that, Trish. Oops, hold on. Let me show you some more of the view while I catch up on your stuff. Well, if you got all sort of questions, Peekaboo, go right ahead. I don't know if I'm saying your tag right, but yeah, if you got a lot of questions about Cambodia, go ahead and ask them. Hi, Alex. Alex M is in the house. All right. Muy bien. Okay. Hi, AK Blaze. Welcome in. Okay, Wally World, you're in, what do you say, Troy, I can't even pronounce it, Troy Changvar area? Okay, you're not far from where I'm at right now. You're not far right now. Hello, Jackson Ferguson. Thank you for coming in. Farid, thanks. I try. I try, guys. I try. Snooty from UK? It's a sterile place. It's just the mall, man. Like, we're just hanging out at the mall. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Infinus says hi. Hello. Somebody, where am I from? I'm from Orlando, Florida in the USA. Thank you, Alex. No, I wouldn't say I'm escaping. I would just say that I'm living smarter. Oh, it is Peekaboo. Oh, yeah. I thought I recognized your handle, Peekaboo. I'm glad I said it right. New Zealand's in the house. Courts, hello. It is a mall, Lord Snooty. We are in a mall in Cambodia. Top End Tides. Hey, Northern Territory, Australia. Welcome in. It is quiet. You know why? Because we're here in the middle of the day on a Monday afternoon. That's why it's so quiet. But look, they have Christmas trees. You see that? Try to hold my phone straight right there. This is a predominantly Buddhist country. It's predominantly Buddhist, okay? But there is a small minority of Christians that are out here and Muslims. So do see them up. So they do like to honor different holidays with different ethnicities, you know what I mean? So since it just doesn't feel like Christmas though to me, I'm not even into it. Like we're back. Damn, I thought their Wi-Fi was gonna hold out. My bad. I was on the coffee shop's Wi-Fi and I thought it was gonna hold out, but evidently it's not. So let me know if you guys are still in. Can you see or hear me? I'm back. All right, Alex, thanks. I apologize. Like I said, it's hit and miss. Like, they give you free Wi-Fi in these different like restaurants and coffee shops, and sometimes they hold up through a live stream and sometimes they don't. So in this case, it looks like it ain't working. So anyway, I just flipped to my 4G. Apologize, but we're back and that's good. It's getting a bit better. Okay, good. All right, so sorry. It is what it is, guys. Yeah, the buffering. But yeah, anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Because you guys probably didn't even hear me. We'll go back to that. You just let me know where we left off, and if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll go back through your messages, whatever I can see. But is it getting better? I mean, are you guys good? I see more people coming back on. Thank God. I thought I lost you. It's a tricky thing out here trying to live stream in a mall. It's tricky, bro. Oh, man. Like I said, this is one of my favorite drinks now, guys. Amazon Cafe. Milk Thai tea. And $1.75. Roger that. All right, peekaboo. Good. Hey, Night's in the house. All right, let me catch up with your stuff while you look at the mall. I'm not a granny yet, Dino. Not a granny yet, baby. Got no grandkids. Okay, Night. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Night. Oh, earning on the side. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can do it. Just don't tell them you're doing it, okay? Don't say I said that. But there are teachers out here that actually will do tutoring on the side. Some of them will do, I mean, you can do it online, right? But then there are some teachers that actually tutor and get paid under the table, if you know what I mean. Like, I got offered that when I was going through the school training. I didn't even have a job yet. But there was this one school that I was sent to practice at. I really liked the school, but there was no job openings. And I was teaching like a 12-year-old range children. Ah, man, I love that. I said, that's the job I want, but I ended up stuck with the kindergartners, right? But I swapped Telegram phone numbers with the teacher that was working there. And I asked him down the road, I said, do you have any openings over there? Because I'm almost done with this training. I'd like to get on with your school. And he goes, no, there's no openings. He goes, but, I don't know if it was a family member of his or what, but he said it's next door to the school. Somebody lived next door to the school that I wanted to teach at. And they said, he asked, would you be willing to come over and teach in-house, like, I don't know, like his cousin or something like that, and we'll just pay you in cash, like a tutor, right? Well, number one, I don't know the guy. Number two, that sounds sketchy, just going to some stranger's house you don't even know. Number three, I'm in a different country. I wouldn't even do that in the United States, let alone in Cambodia. But I mean, he was a legit teacher from there and everything, but it just sounded too sketchy. And I was like, I don't know, man, dude, I don't know. So I just told him no. But I was offered that. So if you're brave enough to do it, you can do it. Yeah, I hear you, Knight. I mean, I'm sure you don't want to do it forever. I mean, it's just a stepping stone to like get some money, get your cash up and everything, but you wouldn't want to do it forever. And I hear you. You're looking for other options. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, digital marketing. Okay. Well, yeah, you can do that on the side. You can do that on the side. So you get your business permit because you're teaching English. You get your work permit, right? That doesn't just restrict you to teaching English as a job out here. You can do anything with that. So if you're doing something online, by all means, that's totally okay. They don't care if you do that. I mean, as long as you can get up every day and go to the other job and teach the kids and you don't miss out, why not teach online and have a side hustle? I mean, shit, people do that back in the United States, right? You can do it here in Cambodia. That's no problem. No problem at all. Good question. Good question, guys. Oh, Lily, yeah, I don't care about Christmas. Yeah, I'm sort of stuck on that. I don't want to waste money for that. I'm not a big Christmas person anyway. The only reason I got into it was because of my kids when they were little. That's it. To me, Christmas is more just celebrating Jesus in your heart. It doesn't have anything to do with the commercial side. You get what I'm saying? Buying presents and wasting money. That's what I'm talking about. Do I know Chile? I know of it, Farad, but I've never been there. I would like to. Funny moments as a teacher? Oh my God. Well, considering I didn't have long being a teacher, but I will tell you one thing. Okay, I'll tell you one thing that happened. I could not control this kid to save my life. The way they had me teaching 3 separate classes throughout the day. Like one would be English, one would be math, and one would be like reading. So it was like all split up. But they would be like 2 separate groups of kids. So like one set of kids, I'd have them twice a day. The other set, I'd have them once. So it sort of just went back and forth, morning and afternoon. So anyway, this one group that I was teaching that I had twice, unfortunately, there was this one in there. He was a mess, bro. I don't even know how his mother kept control of him, but he would not pay attention to save his life. He couldn't sit in his chair for longer than maybe 5 to 7 minutes. He would be still. I'd be in the middle of like putting the lesson on the board and getting the kids, going into the training and everything, into the lesson plan. This kid would just like I'd put out the paper and I'd put out the pencil and I'd be like, okay, like write this sentence or write this word. All the other kids would be doing it and he would just be staring at the wall. And I'd be like, hello, you got to start working right now. Just staring at the wall. I thought, well, maybe he's autistic or something, right? I don't know. But then all of a sudden, he would just get out of his chair and he'd start crawling around the floor like he was like a baby. Okay, now we're talking kindergarten age kids. What are they, 6, 5 or 6, somewhere in that age range? None of them were in the crawling phase. So he got down and he started laughing his ass off. So I guess he's looking for attention, right? And he just starts crawling around the tables. And I'm looking at the TA, the teacher assistant. I'm like, and she didn't speak no English. And I was just like, I was like, can you help me with this kid? Like, he's not doing his classwork. He's just effing off, right? So I had to sort of like take him by the arm. I didn't want to do it. I was like, sort of, hey, you got to get up, sit down. I'm trying to get him still to do something. I said, your mama's not going to like this. You're not learning anything, and I'm going to have to send this home to your mom about how you're acting. Oh, he's laughing. I gave up. I was like, screw it, kid. Do whatever the hell you want to do, because this ain't for me. Like, because they got cameras on you in the classroom, guys. Like, there was a camera on me at all times watching me. So it's not like I'm allowed to raise my voice or cuss these kids out. I mean, you can't do that in the States either. You shouldn't. You can't be too physical with them. You're not supposed to hit them or spank them. So I had no control over this kid whatsoever. He pretty much had free reign to do whatever the hell he wanted. And that was one of the funny things, though, because when I quit the job, I started laughing about it myself, and I was like, that kid was a fucking mess, pardon my French. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to crawl around the floor all day. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, that's my funny moment there. Panarish, can I pronounce that? Panarish. You guys got me on some of these names. Hi. Lily, well, the plan was to pick up supplies, and since you jumped in late, I will show you the supplies I got, hence the title of the live stream. You see I got this, right? $1.75. I'll show you guys the receipts. And then I got me a bar of soap and a pack of 3-blade razors. And I'll show you how much I spent. Super cheap. Anyway, this Amazon Cafe. See? $1.75. Palmolive soap. Aloe vera and olive oil, all natural. $0.80, man. 3-blade Bic lighters. $1.90. So the soap and the razors came to $2.70. And the Amazon drink came to $1.75. Yeah. And then I went and got lunch. Besides this drink, I had this after lunch, but I was hungry, so I went to a restaurant that's upstairs on the 3rd floor. And I got like a bowl of like dry noodles. It's not without the soup, but the noodles with the mixed meat, and it had some spring rolls chopped up in it and fresh herbs and stuff. Really good. Show you how much that was. See that? Right there. $3.75. And it's up there on the 3rd floor. See where it says that's not the place, but there's all restaurants up in there on the 3rd floor. As you can see behind Burger Boy and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just had to run some errands. I still got to run over to the grocery store. See, the mall is great because you get everything in one place. But I need to go to the grocery store and just pick up maybe 2 things. And that's it. I'm out the door. But even at the grocery store, along with this, I probably will spend no more than $10 today, total. I actually just need to get a couple of veggies. And I think a fruit. I think it's not even going to be $3 to get 2 vegetables and a fruit if I spend that. And if I have time, then I'm going to jump over to the smart phone shop because I'm getting low on my data. And I can renew my 40 gigabyte plan for the month for $5. I think I've told you guys that before. So if they're not crowded, I mean, I still got 17 gigs on my phone, but it's getting low. When it gets to around 10, I like to top it up so I don't get caught with low data. But it's only $5. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I know, boring day, right? And I'm talking to you guys. Hello, AK Blaze. A7. 7's laughing. Yeah, Lil Toilet. That's funny. I mean, I guess you can I'm a parent myself, okay? I mean, I've already raised my kids. I was a single mom for half the time. My husband passed away when my daughter was 13 and my son was 7. So I was left to raise them on their own. I had to work full time. I could not afford to put them in after school care. We were barely scraping by. So, they were latchkey kids like I was. I was a latchkey kid. You know what that means. You give the kids the key to the house and say, when you get home from school, go straight in, lock the door, and I'll be home in 2 hours. I didn't get off work till 5 o'clock, right? So I don't know what they're doing in those 2 hours. Shit, my daughter almost burnt the house down one time. I kid you not. I don't know what got into her brain, but she had leftover McDonald's French fries in a little baggie that was in the refrigerator. They were both home from school by themselves. She evidently put them in the microwave for too long, or just walked away and forgot about them. And the microwave started smoking and sparking, and they were freaking out. They called the fire department. Okay, they called 911. They had the capacity to do that. Then the fire department calls me at work, says, you need to get home right away. Like, your kids almost burnt the apartment down. I was like, what the afternoon? I said, what the hell is going on? It scared me to death. Find out she left the French fries in the microwave too long. When it started smoking and sparking, she opened the door. She said she just grabbed it with like a towel and just threw the fries out the back door, but then the yard outside started to catch fire. So it wasn't the actual apartment, but the yard caught fire. The back of the apartment yard was catching fire, and that's why she called 911, which was smart. So, but it wasn't like a big burn. It didn't it was like small. But I was like, oh my God. So, no harm, no foul, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't put 100 blame. It's economics, right? If I had the money to hire somebody to watch my kid, then maybe that wouldn't have happened, right? But when you don't have that money and you don't have family, like the time my mother's deceased, my dad lived like 3 hours away from me. He can't drive 3 hours in to watch the kids every day. You know what I mean? So it's like you got, it is what it is. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, the mall's picking up here, guys. I see more people coming through. Carmack, well, thanks for watching the live stream. What I do out here, I help people relocate, just put on pen, and I like to do, a video a week. I'll do the loans and how much they cost, so I like to give you ideas of what it's like to live out here on the live streams, but and everything else. That's pretty much what it's about. Right. Is it 3 o'clock in the afternoon? It's Monday. I am in Cambodia 7. Thanks, Lily. Good question. What's more difficult, teaching kids or dealing with the parents? Honestly, I didn't have to deal with the parents at all. I mean, I wasn't there long enough to actually have a meeting with the parents, so I can't really tell you, but they had me fill out paperwork. I was only there like 3 days, and it was that time of year where they gave me like these books for these kids. Each kid had their own book, like a manual. And you as a teacher had to fill out how well they're doing in all their subjects, and you had to critique their personality and like if they're behaving. And I was like, I hardly even know these kids' names. How am I supposed to critique these children when I've only been... I had to reconnect the live stream. Aw, Thank you. Somebody sent a gift. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I didn't have to deal with the parents directly, a little toilet. Back in. Okay. I lost you, then you came back, tomato, tomato. Hi, Daco. I see you just came in. We're just talking life in Cambodia. We're talking about 80-cent soap. Milk tea. And we're talking about this. Oh, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We're talking about. Hopefully the connection is staying strong. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, that's another dicey thing is the internet, Rooster. You're absolutely right. And I'm actually on my 4G. I was connected to the cafe Wi-Fi, but it was going squirrely, so I had to switch to the 4G. I apologize. It's not the best that you have to deal with when you're out here, okay? So don't think this is a utopia or, the most fantastic place on earth. Every country's got its faults or problems. I mean, let's face it, it's an up and coming country. One of the problems and glitches is the Wi-Fi. But they're doing their best, and so am I. But yeah, let me know what else you guys got. Okay, let me see if I can go back on the questions. Turned into stir fry? Yeah, that sounds something like that would happen to me. No, Peace Ninja, I'm American. I'm not Argentinian. And if you're still in the live stream. Michelle says, easier to be a latchkey now with cameras. Yeah, I guess so. Well, back no cameras on my kids either. But they turned out good. No, Steve, it's not pre-recorded. It's live. Oh, Pikachu. I don't never saw the Legion thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it did peak, but it was just crazy. It took everything I could to not actually laugh at this kid. I was trying to be serious, but I was like, kid, I want to get on the floor with you. I seriously do. I just want to crawl around and not teach. All right, I think we're caught up. 7. Why I chose Cambodia over Thailand or Vietnam. Okay, I have, but I'll go over it again. I mean, if you're new here, you don't know my story, so I'll tell you. I mean, I like Thailand and I like Vietnam. I've been to both countries, but Cambodia makes it easier for people my age, 55 or older, to get a retirement visa and to renew it without any hassles. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do border runs to renew your visa. You can do it all within the country. You just go to a visa agent. You have to surrender your passport, okay? So you got to give up your passport, but it's to a visa agent that goes to immigration, and you give them the money, which I always renew every 6 months. It costs me $180. If you want to do it for a year, it's $300, okay? Then you get your passport and your new visa back. They stamp it in your passport and you get it back within a week and a half. So you're only without your passport for about a week and a half, 2 weeks tops if it's a holiday. Other than that, I mean, of course, economics, it's pretty reasonable to live here, although some people will argue Vietnam and Thailand's cheaper. That's possible, but you've got border runs you got to deal with to get your visa renewed. And it's just, I don't know. I think the geography is good. I don't have to worry about typhoons coming through here because I'm in an area in Southeast Asia, like central Southeast Asia. We're pretty landlocked. So even though I'm close to the Gulf of Thailand, there's no typhoons that ever come through here. Like they'll hit Vietnam's coast, which is to the east of me. But I've never had I've been here almost a year. We've had typhoons blow through already, like Vietnam, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong. None of them have come across the land and actually hit here. Now, do we get rain? Of course we get rain. But there's no big major storms like, I ain't gotta worry about like a typhoon blowing through like a hurricane and wasting structures and all of that. Like, that's another good reason. And of course the people are super nice. It's reasonable to live out here. It's just, I don't know. For me, it checks all the boxes. So that's why I'm out here. I'm not on vacation, Connie. Thanks for asking and being in the live stream. No, I actually live here. I live here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I've been here roughly a year. Actually, one more month, it'll be a year. So I got here in January of 2025. Yeah, so as of January next year, it'll be a year. But I live here, and it's quite nice. It's a bit cooler here than in Thailand. Maybe? I don't know. It's hot. I mean, we're going into, like, the rainy season's ending right now. Actually, I'm going to tell you what, we had really nice weather over the weekend, this past weekend, and we're supposed to get somewhat of a cool front coming in next, or the end of this week, and it's going to get down to maybe like only 82 degrees Fahrenheit. But this past weekend, we had 20-mile-per-hour winds, and we didn't even get rain. It was just this big, like, giant fan just blowing for the last 48 hours, and it was so nice. I was just sitting out on my back porch at my apartment, just like with that breeze. Like, we don't get that all the time out here, but it actually felt cold. It was weird. I was like, wow, actually, like, I'm cold, because you've been here almost a year. You're so used to, like, no breeze. You get used to the humidity. I don't think you ever get 100% used to the humidity, but you're used to sweating, and then you actually get a breeze, and you're like, bro, this is wintertime. Oh, no, the sound is not synced. I apologize. I apologize. Let me go back here. Did I know anybody out here, Peekaboo? The only people I knew were like when I went through the school training through AVSE, that's it. And then I just made friends along the way. So yeah, I know some people now, but when I first came out here, I didn't know anybody. I just came out here. No, Taylor, I'm not on the run, bro. I'm totally legal. It's just by choice. Okay, is the sound syncing now? I mean, like I said, I'm in a mall, so the Wi-Fi's sketchy. It might be a little crazy in here, so I apologize. Am I a vet? No, but I mean, that's sweet to ask and say thank you for your service. I'm not a vet, but I have military background. Like, my dad and he had two brothers. My dad and one of his brothers was in the Air Force, and they served around Vietnam wartime. And my other uncle, no, I think all three of them were in the Air Force. They were all Air Force. And my dad has since passed away, and one of my other uncles is gone. But the only one living from my dad's side of the family is still in Texas. And well, about 5 years ago, he retired from working. He was an airplane mechanic because, he worked on military airplanes when he was in the Air Force. So he took that over into the civilian life. And he worked on, what was it? Oh, shit, Delta? I think he worked for Delta for ever since he got out of the military, and then he just retired. So yeah, I guess I got military background, but I never went into the military. I mean, I was thinking about it one time. When I was in my 20s, I seriously gave it a thought, and I thought, I don't think I'd do well because I don't like to be told to do things. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Connie, I moved away from America. I'm in Cambodia, but it doesn't mean that I would not go back. Yeah, M Dragon, yeah, Pops, yeah, good old Pops. Love Pops. Miss him a lot. Hi, Olga. Olga Christmas. Oh, that's so cool. Well, you know what, Olga Christmas? I'm going to show you a Christmas tree right now I'm looking at. You see that? That's for you, Olga Christmas. Welcome to Cambodia, where they celebrate Christmas. Hey, Alicia, welcome into the live stream. Welcome into the live stream. So good to have new people in. Yeah, if you don't know where we're at, we're in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. We are located in one of their malls right now. In fact, check this ice cream shop out. This is really cool. That's some good ice cream right there, guys. I've had some of that. As my children visited me in Cambodia, no, they don't have the cash to get out here, okay? I mean, I know money's really tight in States. They're barely skirting by. In fact, my daughter just told me a couple days ago that she may be getting engaged to get married. They're looking at February or March for engagement. I don't know when the marriage is, but they're going to be saving up money for that. I would love for them to come out here, but I know they don't have the money to do it. Plane tickets aren't cheap, especially get halfway around the world. Now, for me, I go back and visit my children every 2 years. This is my off year, so I plan on going back to the United States the end of next year. This time next year is my plan to go back. This way I can save cash, for a round trip plane ticket, because it's going to cost about $1,500 to fly round trip, unless I can score some really good deals. It's usually around that cost. But yeah, they don't have that kind of money. But maybe one day, you never know, maybe one day. My daughter loves Asian culture. I'd like to get my son out here. He's 21. He likes the idea of how cheap it is out here. I've told him the prices and everything. He's just trying to figure out a way to make money online, and then I think maybe I can inspire him to sort of hit the road. He doesn't have to come here. Of course, he's got a girlfriend he's got to talk into doing it. How significant others, that can sway your judgment. Manila Gorilla, love it. You've been looking at Cambodia yourself? Yeah. I think it's a viable option. Like I said, I've looked at everything in Southeast Asia. Are there other places I'd like to try out? Of course, but for right now, I'm comfortable. I'm able to live on a shoestring budget. I'm still able to save about $150 a month out of my shoestring budget and live comfortably. I still got air conditioning. I still have nice places to go out to eat that isn't super expensive. it's a pretty good, sweet life. It really is. Compared to being back home in the United States, I could never live on what I'm living on out here. Like, I'm literally living, give and take, all in on $650 a month. Could I do that in Orlando, Florida? Hell no. I don't even think I could do that if I was living in my car. I'm just being honest, you know? Aw, thank you, M Dragon Claw. I like that, M Dragon Claw. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Yeah, it is a huge step. Is it? Yeah, peekaboo. Moving one country to another, not knowing anybody. Yeah, thank you. You know, what's the old saying? I'm trying to think of the old saying here. Necessity, how's that go? God, what is it? Necessity, mother of all invention or something like that? Or like if something's necessary, you're going to find a way to do it. I guess it's the words I'm trying to find or use. I found it necessary to move. As much as I'm sacrificing not being around my grown children, but they understand why I'm doing it. As I look at it this way, if you're drowning, how can you help other people, right? I was drowning, man. Like, I could not afford to live in the States. And I was like, how, if my kids are drowning too, how am I gonna help them financially if I'm drowning? If I can somehow break away from the status quo, live a different type of life where I'm able to actually save and invest my money so that I can put myself in a better financial position down the road. So if they're drowning, I actually have a financial lifeline that I can send to them and pull them out. You know what I mean? So, and to be an inspiration to my kids, like, you don't have to live in America if you don't want to. There are other options. Now, I'm not downing America. I love America. I'm born and raised in America. My parents buried in America. I just don't love what America has done to its people, especially to its middle class and the poor. I don't agree with the direction. I don't agree why things are so damn expensive. I'm like, there's got to be another way. And I found it. And this way works for me. Peekaboo. Any of your family and friends in the U.S. talked about moving to Cambodia too? No. No. My kids agree with it because they're like, you do you, Mom. We love you. You know, there's always FaceTime. There's chat. Text messaging. Like, we stay in touch all the time. But my daughter, I mean, I guess she's a little nervous about me being overseas, but she's getting used to it. Like, I've been over here for a year, told her everything's fine, you know, nothing's happened to your mom, so everything's chill out here. I show her pictures and videos of everything out here, so it's very westernized, or you can find very Asian. It really just depends on what your taste is and what part of the city you want to be in. If they're cool with it. Ooh, this is really wet. So the ice is melting in my drinks, getting the thing all wet. Good questions, guys. Cholito. Thanksgiving and Christmas are actually a bit depressing here in Southeast Asia. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't see them celebrating it. It's not as commercialized as it is in the United States. Like, I'm sure, and please drop it in the chat if I'm wrong, I bet you 10 to 1 during Halloween, you had Christmas decorations all out in Walmart. Am I not right? Out here, they waited till after Halloween to put up a Christmas tree. And this is just one Christmas tree I'm looking at across from me. That's it. None of the other stores have trees in them. You know, you might find a decoration or two for sale out here, but it's not as commercialized out here as it is back in the United States. I remember like years ago, and I'm sure it's the same now, like I would go to Walmart and they would have like 5 aisles dedicated to Christmas stuff, and it was only September. Like they were getting earlier and earlier and earlier, and I'm like, they got Halloween stuff out, they got a little section for Thanksgiving, and then they got all Christmas. And I'm like, I don't want to see this crap for the next 3 months before Christmas even gets here. And then they're playing Christmas music right after Halloween for 2 months in your ear. I'm like, oh my God. That's another thing that turned me off about Christmas. I was like, this is just, it's ridiculous how much they want you to spend your money. It just really sucks. I hated it. Yeah, thank you, Peekaboo. I know. I was shocked. I was like, really? You're going to get engaged? I was like, oh, damn. That's really exciting. Have I ever been to Arizona? Samuel, welcome. Unless you're asking somebody else. No, I personally have never been to Arizona, so I have to say no to that one. William? Canoe? Oh, Kenya, wow. Cambodia compared to Vietnam, I haven't lived in Vietnam, so I can't tell you that. I spent 1 month in Vietnam. This was 2 years ago. I stayed in an Airbnb. I'll give you an idea. I rented like an Airbnb out of somebody's home. Paid about $300 a month to stay there. And I was near the beach. It was in Hoi An, near the old town of Hoi An, but it was also close to Da Nang or Da Nang, however you pronounce that. And it was $300 a month. And there was a lot of like produce markets and wet markets. You can go and buy your own food to cook. That's what I did to save money. And of course, there's all kinds of coffee shops and everything like out here. I don't know, I found some things to be more expensive in Vietnam, and then depends on the tourist area where you're at. And then I found some things that were just as cheap as they are out here. The only difference is I did like the beach out there in Vietnam. Like, Vietnam has some beautiful coastline. If you ever get to go to Vietnam, guys, do it. The coastline around Da Nang and Hoi An is just breathtaking. In fact, I have some videos about that from my travels. If you ever want to jump back into my live stream, I mean, not my live stream, if you want to jump after the live stream, if you want to jump into my Vietnam playlist, you're going to find some videos from Vietnam and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's just, it'll blow your mind. I would love to get back out there maybe one day. I mean, I'm so close right now. I can just save up a little extra money and then take a short little hop over there. That would be nice. It'd be cool. Wife? What does that say? Oh man, battery's getting low. Sorry guys, I'll give you the view while I catch up. I'll just say wife. Hi wife. Jose says hello. Hello Jose. Eric, I am currently in a mall in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. As you can see, it's like a triple decker. I've been okay, Jose Martinez. Fighting the good fight. So was Blue. I love you too. Manila Gorilla. It's getting more expensive in the Philippines. Okay, so it's getting more expensive in the Philippines and you're concerned about medical care. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Medical care is probably more money here. I don't know. I don't know about anything about the Philippines, but I've been told that, medical can get cheaper in Thailand, Medical expenses aren't bad out here, but they're not cheap. Um, that's what I can say. I'm getting ready to do some eye surgery pretty soon. In fact, I'm almost close to raising enough money to cover this right eye. I think I'm only about $150 away, and then I can actually put my deposit down and get my eye worked on. Um, yeah, and I shopped around, and there's other places around here that I could go get my eye surgery done, but they're all around the same price, which is about $1,800 an eye. Now, I know that you can go online and Google, like, how much does it cost to get your eye surgery done, blah, 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 and it'll give you a ballpark figure that may be lower. But until you actually go to the doctors and get quotes, it all depends on the problem, right? I mean, you can't just say, okay, you can't just say, well, I have a cataract going on, how much is it going to cost? Or they're going to be like, well, you need to come in for an exam. We need to check your eye out. How bad is it, number one? Number two, do you have astigmatism, right? That costs more money. Do you want multifocal for your new lens, or do you want monofocal? All of those prices come into play. So I appreciate people that have written me after my last video and said, you might want to shop around, you can get a cheaper price. The truth is, when you do shop around, you can't just call and get a quote. They want you to physically come in and do another eye exam, and they charge you for that. So do I want to waste money just hopping around to 5 more places just to get quotes? Or do I just want to stick with where I've got? And then I find out they're all about the same price anyway. I'd rather stick with the one I just went to, like Optimax. That's where I'm going. Besides that, and I appreciate other people have been saying, well, why don't you just fly out to Thailand? Why don't you go to Bangkok? It's cheaper in Bangkok to get your eye surgery done. I'm like, okay, but how much is a plane ticket up and back? How much is a hotel room to stay for a week or two until my eye heals enough so I can get back on an airplane? When you add that up, plus I can't cook for myself, I'm going to have to go get food at least twice a day, right? When you add all those little other expenses up, ground transportation, all of that, the cost difference isn't going to be that much. So why don't I just stay here in my home city where I have my apartment? I'm only a 20-minute drive from the place where I'm getting my eye surgery done, and I could just go straight home after that, I don't have to waste money and time going through airports. Besides that, they said after you have your eye surgery, you can't be lifting anything heavy. So how am I going to carry my luggage? I have to walk around with a patch over my damn eye, and I can't be lifting anything heavy because they said if you increase your blood pressure, it could cause a problem with the lens. So for the first week after surgery, you have to really take it easy. So you have to think about all those things, and I respect people that say, well, I respect that people are trying to give me advice and trying to help me out. I have no problem with that at all. But until you're actually in the position I'm in and you weigh out all the expenses, believe me, I've thought of all of that too. I thought about leaving and going to another country and having this surgery. And I've looked at other places in Phnom Penh for a cheaper quote, but wanting money to see my eyes again. And I'm like, it's just not worth it. I'm just going to stick with Optimax. I'm going to pay the $1,800 per eye, and I'm just going to get it over with. And the sooner the better, because this has been a pain in the ass. I ain't going to lie. It's been a pain in the ass having to deal with this vision. But I'm doing the best I can, guys, especially reading your comments. It's a little sketchy. I went on a rant, didn't I? Sorry. Going back. Hey Joe, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday. Necessity is the mother of invention. That's what it is, Manila. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hi, Tony MC. look, we got monks climbing up the escalator. Is it getting worse, Connie? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, tickets are expensive, Seven. I mean, you really got to look at all the expenses, for sure. Eric, I'm in Phnom Penh right now, Cambodia. Yeah, Jose Martinez, absolutely. Just write me. We can definitely have a cup of iced tea or something together. Hi, Happy from India. Don't worry, do your best. I'll tell you about the healthcare, Eric M, as soon as I have my eye surgery done, and I will let you guys know. I'm going to drop videos. That's some entire process and the experience once I go through. William Camus, do I have Irish ancestry? No. I was married to an Irishman. My last name is McDonald. I know it sounds funny, but that's an Irish name. But I don't have ancestry in me. Isn't that wild? But yeah, I was married to an Irish guy. Patel from India. Well, nice to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, we're all safe and happy there, Peekaboo. We're all safe and happy. Can I watch the Scotland games here, Tony? Yeah, I mean, I've got a VPN, which I recommend you guys do when you travel anywhere. You should have a VPN on your cell phone and on your laptop. I personally use NordVPN. If I want to watch anything from anywhere, like Scotland games, I could just switch to VPN to Scotland, and I'm sure I can pick up a Scotland game. Although I've never done that, but I'm sure I can. What's the process for getting a visa? Really easy. You can just go online. Sorry, let me fix my camera. Go online to the Cambodian official site. It'll say .org, and you just apply. If you want to do a tourist visa, you can apply for that, which means you can only stay in the country for 30 days, and you have to go. If you want to live here, don't get the tourist visa because you won't be able to transfer it. You'll have to leave the country and come back on a business visa. But if you intend to stay here, either on retirement or business, then go online. Actually, you can't get a retirement visa online. I'm sorry. You can only get a business visa or an e-visa or an ordinary visa online. It's all the same. Get that first. You get 30 days on that. Come into the country. Before that visa expires in 30 days, extend it, okay? You can extend it all the way up to a year. If you're over age 55, you can switch the business visa to a retirement visa, or you can keep the business visa if you tend to work here or if you're under 55. And then if you're tending to work, you want to get a work permit to go with the visa. And that's how you do it. But initially online is the easiest way to do it. And then when you get in, I know you can do it on arrival. You can get here at the airport and just do a visa on arrival, but you need cash, okay? They don't take credit cards, they want cash. And the cash has to be clean dollar bills, cannot be torn or written on. And you got to have exact change because a lot of times they don't give you change back. And you got to wait in line, and depending on when you get into the airport, the line could be out the door, or it could be short, just depends. So in my opinion, I think it would just be easier to do it online. Hope that helps you there, Eric M. Connie, am I in an Airbnb? No, I actually have my own apartment now. I'm on a 6-month lease. I renew every 6 months. I could do a year, but I'm just doing 6 months for now in case I want to bug out or something happens out here and I need to bug out. So I just do 6 months. But I'm only paying $330 a month for a fully furnished 1-bedroom apartment. Love from Russia. Okay. Hello, Russia. Is that Caramel? Carmel? Yeah, Manila. Can't get the Christmas in the weather. Yeah, it's cold actually in the mall right now. My ears are cold, but it ain't like that outside. Pick this up so I can read your comments. Never been to the U.S.? And never will go. Yeah, that's all right. Be honest about it. I totally agree. If you don't want to go, don't go. Okay, Jose, I'm going to give you my email right now. Write it down. It's Tammy, Tami, at nextstepunknown.com. Got it? Tammy at nextstepunknown.com. Burger Boy. Yeah, Doug, check it out. Burger Boy. Burger Boy. Peekaboo. Yeah, I mean, if you want to travel the world, do it. Other countries I'd like to visit one day? Wow, that's a good question. I can't really say in particular, but I can tell you this. My battery's dying. There's a lot of places I'd like to go. Even just right here in Southeast Asia, I would like to even see China. I want to get to Japan, South Korea. They're more expensive countries, but they're on my list. There's other parts of Indonesia I haven't seen. I've been to Bali, but I want to see other parts of Indonesia. God, I mean, Sri Lanka, still parts of Europe. I want to go to different islands. Like, I haven't hit anything really big that I would like to do. I still want to go back to Eastern Europe. There's a lot of parts of Eastern Europe I didn't get to see, like Romania and all that stuff. There's a lot, trust me. That's just what's on top of my head right now, but there's a whole lot more, trust me. Never leave home without it. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to plug this in. See if we can keep the live stream going. But yeah, give this live stream a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Gonna have to look at the sky. Whoop. Okay, here we go, we're charged. What mall is open at midnight? I think these guys close at 10 o'clock at night, something like that. Tristan Santano from Kentucky, awesome. Bob Sinclair, your country charges you for health care. Well, yeah, I'm a foreigner. I'm not... if I was working as a teacher out here, they do have public health care, but you pay $6 off your paycheck a month for public health care. But again, it's public, it's not private, and you can go and get your stuff done for free. But I hear, it's not that good, so private is the way to go. International hospitals and all that, and a lot of expats would rather go that route. But I mean, if you really have to, you can go to the public ones, but the care, you're going to get what you pay for, which is like, I hear the care is not, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. When it comes to my eyeball, I want the best. Like, I don't want nobody screwing my sight up. So, the place I'm going to actually has multiple, ophthalmologist rewards or something like that, and they've been around a while, so it's like, okay, I trust them, we're going for it. They got a lot of good reviews, I'm just gonna have to trust them. Bob Sinclair, yeah, this video is live, Bob. I'm gonna go down to the I don't know. It's a ride faster than I can get to. Yeah, Lily, I'm enjoying it. If I could buy anything for an hour, what would you buy? Oh, what would I be? Oh, I don't know about that. Travel the states on foot. Yeah, that would be a big walk. Big walk. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, it is a super cool country. Yeah, Jose Martinez, I remember you, dude. Yeah, I remember you. Don't worry. You're going to be here in 10 days? That's super. That's super. Definitely write me so that we can do lunch or something out here. No problem. Jimothy, about an eye thing? No, I don't own the McDonald's franchise, Peekaboo. God, if I did, I wouldn't probably be asking people to help me out with my eye surgery. Oh, that's nice, Seven. I'm not related to the McDonald family, no. Okay, Moonroot, Barry McCockner. All right, that's cool. Irish, all right. Yeah, I guess you didn't see my last video, but I've been having problems with my right eye. It's like sort of like half vision. It's hard to explain. I can still see, but I've got cataracts right now, and this eye is worse than this eye, and that's what's going on. So I'm trying to get the money together, and I'm close. I opened up a Give, Send, Go donation page because I need $1,800 per eye to get my surgery done, and that includes the surgeon fees, 1 week recovery follow-up, meds, you name it. So, but I have to get this eye done sooner than later because it's really been bugging me. It's almost like if somebody was holding, let's say, this piece of paper in half your eye, and you're just looking through like this. That's about what it's like. It's like blurry and cloudy, really bad. And this shit only started happening to me 2 weeks ago. Like, this thing moved in fast. I didn't even know I had cataracts. Like, this shit just started happening 2 weeks ago. Luckily, I have one good eye left, but they said it's starting to come in on this eye too. And I was like, oh my God. And that's what's going on. So yeah, I don't want to get into the whole thing, but that's what's happening. But if you subscribe, or even if you don't have to, but if you go into my last video, you'll see I made a video about it. It explains the whole situation. But thanks for asking. Yeah, Lily, I'm getting my eye done. Well, not here at the mall. There's a different mall location where I'm getting my eye done. Jose, I think I'll get my eye done. Well, it all depends. All I need is $150 more to raise, and then I've got enough money for this eye. So as soon as that happens, I'm gonna go ahead and put the $500 deposit down. And even then, I think I have to wait a month or two for the eye doctor, so I've still got time. Like, I can't get in right away, so I'm gonna have to deal with this for another month or two. Especially got, the holiday. Of course, the holidays don't matter around here. It's Cambodia. I don't think I'm going to have the surgery done probably till January, honestly, if all goes as planned. So yeah, it's probably going to be more like January. Time is short. What's the percentage of Americans there? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, as you can see, you don't see hardly any in the mall. Of course, this is a Monday afternoon, but I can't answer that. But it's not big, I can tell you that. Ryan, get a seeing eye dog? I don't know, man. This ain't a place to be blind. I don't see any blind people walking around here. Like the infrastructural, it's not made for blind people, let's put it that way. Hi, C. Lindbergh. I'm at the Eon Mall right now, one of the malls in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. See, I'm sitting at a cafe. Just had my Thai tea. Yeah, and just talking to you guys. Hey, a massage chair. Ain't really much happening out here. It's pretty quiet, although I'm starting to see more people come through. Yeah, Jose, thank you. I appreciate it. You and some other people have offered the help when you guys get here, and I truly appreciate that. If I need it, I'll reach out, trust me. Yeah, Thai tea is the goat. Man, I love it. You can see I drink it all. Actually, I'm at the Amazon Cafe. Peekaboo. I wouldn't want unlimited McDonald's even if I could. That shit is crap. You know what? They don't even have McDonald's out here. There is no McDonald's in Phnom Penh. They have Burger King. They have Pizza Hut. They have KFC. They've got Little Caesars. I'm trying to think of some other brands. They got Starbucks, but there is no McDonald's. What does that say? What does that tell you, bro? Yeah, Manila girl. I could definitely get around with English. It's no sweat. Yeah, night. I mean, you do you. Whatever you feel is right for your situation. I mean, if you're not 55 or older and collecting a pension or a social security check, then you definitely got to figure out what's right for you. No, I haven't seen any Taco Bell 7. No Taco Bells. Well, Jose, like I said, write me on my email. We can go over all the details there, okay? Greetings from Russia. Awesome. Thanks. I know, right, Ryan? Little Caesars, but no McDonald's. It is insane, isn't it? Dang, that's the one. All right, Lily. Thank you. I've been listening to this recording for an hour and a half now. It's sort of driving me nuts. Ching chong chong chong, ching chong chong chong. Well, guys, unless you have any other questions, I might have to wrap this up because number one, I still got to hit up the store for some other items. Number two, this battery's dying and so is my backup a little bit. And number three, I appreciate it, but you know, they say all good things must come to an end, so does this live stream. Let me see, I might take one more or two more questions. Let me just see what you guys got on here. Peekaboo, peekaboo. Let me look one more time. If McDonald's wants to pay me money, Peekaboo, to do a brand deal, I mean, I don't know. I don't like their food. I wouldn't do it. It'd have to be some really big damn money to do it. Yep, I live in Cambodia, Ryan. Yeah, thank you, Seven. Till next time, Lily. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. And again, if you need any help getting here, check out my website, nextstepunknown.me. Or write me if you have any questions, Tammy, Tami, at nextstepunknown.com. Okay? Thanks again. We'll catch you on the next live stream. Love you. Peace out.